And we do start out with this breaking news this morning. It's just a couple hours old.
Yes, deputies and police from a number of law enforcement agencies surround the Sandia Casino after a shooting breaks out. Our News 13's David Romero is live near the casino with more. David, what happened out there?
Well, Elizabeth, here's the latest update that we have from Bernalillo County Sheriff's deputies. I spoke with them just a few moments ago. They told me that Sandia police are now taking over this investigation here at the Sandia Casino. If you look over my shoulder here, you can see that there's at least one police unit left on scene. We, of course, are far away from that area, respecting Sandia Casino's request to not be on their property. And here is what we know so far. This all started around 3 a.m. The casino security tells us that there is a crime scene in the parking garage that surrounds 7 vehicles. Now, Bernalillo County Sheriff's deputies tell us there is one victim in the situation. As you can see from this video, that person was put into an ambulance and taken to the hospital. Their condition is unknown at this time. Now, when our crew arrived at the scene, there were many police agencies here, including Bernalillo County Sheriff's deputies, State Police, APD, and we also heard that Sandia police were called to the scene. As I mentioned just a few seconds ago, they are now the lead investigators on this situation out here. Now, as for the shooter, we are awaiting information from law enforcement as to what happened to that person, if they were apprehended. The casino security also says that neither the hotel, casino, or the parking garage or anybody on the grounds were under lockdown at any time. Now, we want to clarify, nobody was under lockdown at any time this morning. People were free to leave, come and go from the casino at will. Back to you.
All right, good to know, David. Thank you. We also saw police walking around the casino holding rifles. Be sure to stay with KRQE. We will bring you more information as it becomes available. And some breaking news that we first brought you last night continues to develop this morning. This has turned into an amazing story of survival.
Yeah, a pregnant mom badly hurt in a car crash last night in Santa Fe is now doing better, and so is her baby. All right, it's all started about 6:30 on northbound I-25, just north of Santa Fe. Sheriff's deputies tell us a woman who admits she was drunk was driving the wrong way on the interstate, slammed into 2 cars. One of them had the pregnant mom in it. She was rushed to the hospital where the baby boy was born and is now being transferred to UNM Hospital in Albuquerque. 3 other adults were also rushed to the hospital. We're told all of them should survive. Northbound I-25 was shut down for hours last night, but it is back open this morning. The National Transportation Safety Board is now in charge of trying to find out why a small plane from Texas crashed in Angel Fire this weekend and killed all 4 people on it. State police say John Verhalen, who is from Scottsville, Texas, was flying this single-engine airplane made by Mooney Aircraft. It's a company he used to work for. Verhalen, his sister, girlfriend, and young niece were all killed in that crash. An airport attendant warned him, don't take off, because the winds were so gusty at about 50 miles per hour at the time. Elizabeth.
State police are investigating a shooting involving a police officer in Santa Fe. It happened early yesterday morning. Details are still coming in, but what we do know is that a Santa Fe police officer responded to a call of an alarm going off at a home near Paseo del Peralta and Old Santa Fe Trail when he saw a person inside with a gun. Shots were fired and the man was hit and rushed to the hospital. The officer is on paid leave. A man is charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon after police arrested him for a bar shooting. Police say 21-year-old Lyron Woolridge shot a customer 3 times at Leo's Bar on Candelaria early Sunday morning. That's over near 12th Street Northwest. According to a criminal complaint, just before the shooting, Woolridge was asked to leave the bar because he was causing problems. The shooting victim is said to be recovering this morning.
The hunt is still on right now for a guy police say keeps breaking into homes in Albuquerque. A grand jury has indicted Raul Ortega on 75 charges from 3 break-ins back in January. If you know where he is, police would like to hear from you. And officers say his partner in crime, Joel Meeks, is still in jail. He's right here and needs $500,000 in cash if he wants to get out. Police say in one break-in, Meeks hog-tied a man and left him to drown in a bathtub. Luckily, that man survived, and Meeks was arrested after that. A San Juan County Sheriff's deputy is now recovering after getting ran over. The whole thing was caught on tape, too. Take a look at this. Deputy Justin Riker pulled over Jose Velasquez on Friday, saying it looks like Velasquez was drunk. When the deputy asked Velasquez to get out of the truck, the deputy says Velasquez hit the gas, threw the deputy from the truck there, and then took off. The deputy ended up hitting his head on the ground and says Velasquez ran over his hand. Sheriff's deputies ended up chasing his truck for quite some time. Eventually, Velasquez crashed, and that's where he got arrested.
A man who was sentenced to life in prison for raping and murdering an Albuquerque woman is scheduled to be back in court today. Thomas Truitt is scheduled to have a motion hearing at 8:45 this morning. According to court records, he is requesting a new trial based on new evidence. He was sentenced to life plus 18 years back in December for killing 28-year-old Guadalupe Ashford in 2010. Her body was found in a parking lot in northeast Albuquerque. Investigators say Thomas's DNA was found on her body and on a paving stone he used to beat her. Well, you know, one of the many things that Albuquerque is famous for is hot air balloons.
But I bet you didn't know this, that it's actually against the city's rules for balloons to take off and land in most places here. Well, now city councilors want to go and change that. The city's zoning rules say balloons cannot take off or land in most places in the Duke City. Now, we all know they do that, and most of the time people are okay with that, but some aren't. And that's where this issue got brought up.
For the issue of zoning to come up is just so unusual. It's never come up anywhere else in the entire country. And to come up in the balloon capital of the world is just very strange. But now, since it's been brought up, it does need to be addressed.
All right, so if councilors approve these new rules, nothing would really change, just that it would be technically legal for balloons to take off and land all around Albuquerque. Albuquerque's fire department could have some new equipment soon that could end up saving your life one day. This is all advanced paramedic equipment, including EKG monitors. It's on 20 ambulances right now, but the department wants to put it on 22 fire trucks too, so it can get to you faster.
Anytime you can provide a greater level of service to your community, save more lives, have better patient outcomes, decrease response times, it's something that you want to do.
Now, this equipment costs about $1 million. It would come out of the fire department's savings account. The city council talked about the issue last night, but did not decide on anything. And Chief Breen there says they just want to make sure the city council is okay with it, even though the fire department already has the money. It's not going to cost taxpayers anymore. They just kind of want to prove it because it's $1 million. It's not a couple drops in the bucket.
Yeah, it's up there in price.
It is. All right, 5